So you want to talk about light pollution? Zoom link. Let's
Hey,
see.
yeah, there's a Zoom link, so we're going to be starting in about 9 minutes. Okay, so if you want to join up, the Zoom link is just there. I'm also going to live stream the lesson from here, so just bear with me 1 moment. Yeah, if you want to join up in about 9 minutes, we'll be ready to go.
It's only two of us.
Say that again, sorry.
It's only two of us in the meeting,
No, there'll
or
be more people in the lesson. There'll be more.
all right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
But I'm just going on here to grab up anybody who's interested in joining up. We'll have yeah, an hour long lesson starting in about 8 minutes time.
All right, mate. That's great. I'll join. I'll
Cool,
join in 9 minutes.
fantastic. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Javid.
Jared. Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
You're from Turkey. Oh, lovely. And whereabouts in Turkey are you from?
Which cities do you know? Well, probably you know Istanbul. I'm from that
I do
city.
know Istanbul. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm from there.
You're from Istanbul. Oh, lovely. Yeah, very, very,
Yeah.
very vibrant city indeed. Um, yeah, we should have a few people, probably some people in the class from Vietnam and maybe
Uh-huh.
some from India, maybe some people from Afghanistan. It really depends on who joins up.
Kind of.
Yeah,
All
we've
right.
we've
All
had
right.
quite a variety of people joining up. So
That's
yeah,
great.
it's all
That's
good.
great.
And I'm going to yeah live stream the lesson too. So
All right, bro. That's great.
yeah.
That's great of you actually doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Sign up, join up on the Zoom link, and we'll be able to. Yeah, you can join up that way. Um, and we'll begin in 7 minutes. So I'll stream it here as well. Hello, hello. We have a lesson we're going to start in 5 minutes. So the Zoom link is in the chat box if you want to join up on Zoom in 5 minutes. And our lesson today is going to be about light pollution. Hello.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hi, how are you doing? Um, our lesson starts in 4 minutes. So if you want to join us on Zoom, You can participate, or you can just watch the lesson if you want to stay here. If you don't have Zoom, you can just watch, but I won't be able to speak with you directly. Hello.
X. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. We are starting the lesson in about 3 minutes on Zoom. So I'll be streaming the lesson here as well. But you can join,
Okay.
if you want to join in and speak and everything and practice some speaking, you can join us on Zoom. The link is just there in the chat box, okay?
Okay, so what was the topic?
It's light pollution. So we're going to cover some vocabulary, and then we're going to have some discussion topics. So we'll watch a video, we'll learn the vocabulary, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the effects of light pollution.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're starting in 3 minutes. So if you want to join us on Zoom, that would be perfect.
Okay. So, okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. I have clicked on the link.
Okay, great. So I'll see you in the Zoom chat in a minute or two.
Right.
Oh, hello. I can see you in the room now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to, because we're starting in just a minute, I'm going to turn off the things on the streaming service. I can see you in the room now. Okay. All right. Okay. Just check. So you can hear me okay, yeah? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hold on.
Yes, I'm hearing you. Yes, I'm
Oh,
hearing
hello.
you.
Oh, good. How do I say your name? Is it Roshan?
Yes, Roshan Jaiswal. Yes,
Roshan.
Roshan.
Okay. Lovely to meet you, Roshan. Where are you from, Roshan?
I'm from India.
From India. Whereabouts in India?
Yeah, it's pretty good, I would say.
I mean, whereabouts do you, what city are you from or in India?
Okay. I live in New Delhi, the capital of
New
India.
Delhi. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's
fantastic.
about you? What's about you?
I'm from Manchester in the UK, but I
Okay,
live
Manchester.
in Vietnam. Yep, I live in Hanoi, Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah. So I run a charity here. Well, I run two charitable campaigns here. My main focus here is to basically to raise funds for my charity group, which is called Help Hanoi's Homeless. So we basically this lesson is free. If you're able to make a donation, we will basically use it to help people who are in need. So we're talking about children who are in the care system, or families that are struggling to get by, people who've been flooded out of their homes due to the recent flooding. So we pay for food and rent and medical expenses and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm expecting a few more people to join up, although they might just be joining up on the
Yeah,
live stream.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Um,
basically, you run charity in Vietnam, right? And you
Yeah.
collect the fund to help the people.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah,
nice
I
work.
appreciate that. Yeah,
It's very appreciable.
no, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so I do this lesson 3 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. That's 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. UTC +7, or GMT +7 for you guys over in India, which is Hanoi time. So this time, every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, you can sign in using the same details. So if you want to join again in the future, you can do. Just save those details. Yeah, I basically just use this to help provide for the families that are struggling. So if you do want to make a donation, there is a PayPal account listed there, which is ax.english.tutoring@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's up to you really. What we're going to do today is, in the last lesson, we covered some of the vocabulary related to light pollution. So what I want to do is just review that vocabulary. I know you weren't here for this specific lesson, so we'll go through some of the vocabulary, and we'll watch this video, okay? So I'm just going to pop this video on, and I'll turn our microphones off so that we can just listen to it properly.
Okay.
Light pollution is a growing concern that is affecting our environment in a variety of ways. Light pollution is the excessive or misdirected artificial lighting that disturbs the natural environment and adversely affects wildlife, human health, and the economy. Understanding the causes and effects of light pollution is important to safeguard our environment and ensure a sustainable future. One of the primary sources of light pollution is artificial light used in cities and towns, including streetlights, commercial buildings, and residential homes. These sources create bright, artificial lighting that washes out the natural darkness of the night sky. This can impact natural habits, cause sleep disruption and health issues, and affects the visibility of stars and constellations. Another significant source of light pollution is the amber-coloured streetlights that have been in use for decades, but are gradually being replaced by brighter white lights. These white streetlights emit a lot of blue light, which is particularly harmful to humans and animals, as it disrupts natural sleep patterns and affects the hormones that regulate our sleep cycles. This light pollutes our environment, including water, air, and soil, leading to several health problems such as depression, anxiety, and insomnia. Light pollution also has a significant ecological impact on plants and animals, altering natural behaviours and migration patterns. Birds and insects rely on darkness to navigate, and bright lights can disorient them, causing confusion and even death. Sea turtles are particularly affected by light pollution. They instinctively follow the reflection of the moon on the water, which leads them away from the sea and towards city lights, where they often perish. Light pollution also impacts astronomy, making it difficult to observe stars and galaxies from within our cities. Artificial lights, such as commercial advertising displays, also create glare and obstruct our view of the night sky, making it difficult to appreciate and understand the universe we live in. To help mitigate the effects of light pollution, several solutions can be implemented. For instance, switching to amber-coloured bulbs instead of brighter white lights, or installing light fixtures that emit downward-facing light instead of bright upward-facing light. Additionally, shielding lights to direct light downward can also reduce the effects of light pollution. In conclusion, light pollution is a significant and growing problem affecting our environment in many ways. We need to take action by raising awareness about how light pollution affects wildlife, human health, and the economy. Through education and implementation of practical solutions, we can reduce the impacts of light pollution and work towards a more sustainable future.
Okay, so we're going to go through some of the vocabulary, but before we do that, we're going to. Oh, actually, we will do a quick quiz about light pollution. Okay, so just bear with me one moment. Okay, so oh, that's the wrong one actually. Sorry, apologies. This one instead. Okay, let's go through this one. Okay, so light pollution is defined as any adverse or bad effect as a result of man-made lights. Is that true or false?
Okay, light pollution is defined as a yes, true.
It is true. Well done.
Yes.
Very good. Next question. Light pollution is not a serious problem.
Nowadays, I would say today is not a big issue, but in future could be an issue.
Okay.
So
So
I would say, yeah, true. Nowadays, true. Because we are not focusing on this problem.
it's certainly not the biggest issue in terms of pollution, but it can be quite a big problem,
Yes.
which is something we'll look into today in terms of sort of astronomy, creature migrations, circadian rhythms, and so on. It's certainly not as big of an issue as many other issues related to pollution. Let's try this one. Artificial light is created by cars, industry, businesses, and homes.
True.
That's correct, yeah. So artificial light is just man-made light. Light pollution causes the following problems, except disturbing people's sleep, confusing migrating birds and turtles, saving a lot of energy, or disrupting ecosystems by favoring predators.
Yeah, third one saves as a lot of energy.
Yeah. So first of all, that's not a problem, and second of all, it's not something that light pollution does. Okay. Sky glow is what is sky glow? Welcome to the
Sky
lesson.
glow
Feel
is
free to jump in. Yep.
sky glow.
Do you have any idea, Tang? So Tang's just joined.
The light falling where it is not intended or needed.
That's not
Yeah,
sky
thought.
glow. That's something else. So the big
Yeah,
clue.
I would say a second one.
It's the second one, yeah. It's sky glow is
Yeah.
the brightening of the
Yes.
night sky over inhabited areas. So
Right.
when we can't see the stars because of there being too much light pollution below. Light trespass is, what do you think light trespass is?
Light trespasses means the excessive brightness that cause visual discomfort. The brightness of the light is kind.
So when we trespass somewhere, when a person trespasses, it's when they go onto someone's property without their permission. So what could light trespass be?
I think the excessive brightness that cause visual discomfort. I think so.
What do you think, Tang? Any idea?
Well, I think it's the brightening of the sky, of night sky over inhabited areas.
Actually, guys, it's the light falling where it is not intended
Oh,
or needed. Yep. So light trespass is like, imagine if you, okay, you have your bedroom window and you have your curtains open and somebody shines their car lights or a motorbike headlight through your window and it wakes you up. Okay, that's called light trespass because it's light where it's not supposed to be and it's causing you problems. So that's light trespass. What is glare?
the
Glare.
brightening a senses brightness that causes visual discomfort.
The excessive brightness that causes
Yes.
visual discomfort.
Yes,
Yeah,
first one. First one.
yeah,
Yes.
that's quite correct. Yeah. So glare is when something is light is blasting back at you. So if you're driving down the road and there's something very, very shiny and it blinds you and hits you it can be very dangerous. Only adults have the responsibility of reducing light pollution. This isn't something for children or teenagers to worry about. True or false?
False.
Yeah, we can all do a bit to help
Only
out. All right.
grow.
Yeah. Very good, guys. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the vocabulary in the form of a quiz show game. So let's see what we can do here. So just bear with me. All right. Wrongly directed or pointed. What word could this be?
Directed or pointed. Or misdirected.
That is correct. Misdirected means wrongly directed or pointed. Very
Yes.
good. Question 2. In a harmful or negative way. So when something is affected in a bad way.
Adversary.
Well done. It's the adverb adversely. When something is affected adversely, it's affected in a negative way, in a harmful way, or in a dangerous way. Question 3. Able to be maintained or continued at a certain rate or at a certain level. So we can keep doing something forever.
Sustainable.
Sustainable is right. Well done. Sustainable, something that can keep going indefinitely. Next one. Which will come up. Okay, we have a bonus round now. So remember where the green cards are. Try to choose a green card if we can. So which card should we choose? A, B, C, D?
Actually, could you go back once again? Then I think I lose my attention.
I'm sorry, I can't redo it, unfortunately.
Okay.
It doesn't matter
Okay.
too much, don't worry.
Left one. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Left one.
The last one, this
no, the
one?
right one above. This
one?
Yeah, green. Yeah, this is
Okay,
green.
card C.
What?
Oh no, minus 50
No.
points. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Not the end of the world, don't worry.
Oh God.
It's
Sorry
all
for
good.
that.
It's all right. It's not a problem. It's more about learning the vocabulary. That's the real reward. So, question 4. Made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, typically as a copy of something natural. What is the word?
C.
It's C. It's artificial. Well done.
Yeah, right.
Something
C,
that, yeah, something that is created by people. It's artificial. Very good. All right. Question 5. The behavior of an animal or person in response to a certain stimuli or circumstance. These are things that animals or humans do.
Habit.
Those are habits. Yep, very, very good. Habits, absolutely. Question 6. The act of interrupting something or preventing it from continuing as usual.
Disruption.
It's disruption. Very good. Well done. To stop something from going on as normal. Okay, try to remember where the green ones are.
Okay.
Yeah. So should we go A, B, C, D, or E?
A. Oh, damn.
Okay, we have to be super quick on this next one because it's double speed now. Okay, so the degree to which something can be seen or made visible. What's this?
B.
It's B, it's visibility.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
Good job. Okay. Causing or likely to cause harm.
Harmful.
Is harmful. Yeah. Very good. Yep, well done. Chemical substances produced in the body that regulate bodily functions and behaviors. Let's have double points for this one. What is
Hormones.
this? Hormones is correct. Well done. Well done, guys. So our hormones are things like estrogen, testosterone, cortisol, serotonin. They make us feel and act and respond in different ways. Okay. So we're very unlikely to get a red one this time.
Nago, please. Nago, you have to just answer it.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think, Tang? A, B, C,
Tang, yeah.
D, or E?
I choose A.
A,
Oh,
100
yeah.
points. Okay, there we go.
Oh
Got
my
some
God.
points back. Good, very good. All right, well done. Okay, relating to the natural environment and its relationships with organisms and their surroundings.
Ecology.
Ecological. B.
Ecological, very good. To cause someone to lose their sense of direction, position, or confidence.
A.
It's A, disorient. Yeah. Very good. So orient means east. So it's kind of like losing your understanding of where east is, or north, or south, or west. Strong, dazzling light that reflects off a surface.
A.
Yeah, A.
It's glare. Very good. Well done. Okay, so bonus round now. Okay, so now we've got A, B, C, D, or E. Which one should we go for?
Green one.
B?
Green. No, green. Green card. I have to just choose green card, okay?
Well,
So
which one's
last,
B?
fifth one.
Double score. Well done. Okay, so we'll use that on the next round. Okay, so to block or prevent something from moving or progressing.
Obstruct. C.
Is to obstruct. Well done. So we've got double points on that one. And the last question now. So to make less severe, serious, or painful.
B.
It's B, mitigate. Very good. So to mitigate something is to make it less bad. Wonderful. Okay, good stuff, guys. Well done. See where we came in the score. Oh, we're first on the leaderboard. So let's put down name Stax English. Okay. Great. Okay. Right. Let's have a look at this next activity. So we're going to complete the sentences about pollution. Okay. So in our modern something, people are concerned about air and water something. So we've got the words down here. So what do you think the first one is? In our modern...
Dash, people are concerned.
In our modern what?
World, yes. Modern
World.
yes.
Yep, very good. People are concerned about air and water.
about air and water.
And then we're missing a word.
Pollution, third one,
Pollution.
pollution.
Yeah, very good. Because they are only two, should say they are the only two
Resources.
not resources. So it follows
Two
up with
problems.
the only two problems, yep, that cannot belong to a particular country. In both of the and the
Air.
water, of the air and the water, scientists find a lot of pollution every year. The consequences of such
Okay, the consequences of the such dash are sometimes science.
So, I think I actually might have made a mistake here. So I actually think this is the consequences of such problems, and air and water are resources, yeah, that cannot belong to any particular country. So I think we've got that one right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it becomes clearer when you go through it and you see that you need to use process of elimination. So let's have a look at this one. I am also about the future of our planet.
Ecology. Okay. Also dash. Concerned. I am also concerned about the future.
Concerned about the future of our planet and read a lot about the current ecological
situation.
Very good. I know that the consequences of pollution are terrible.
Water pollution.
Water pollution. Yep, very good. If a ship loses some oil in the water of the ocean, many
fish and birds die because of the
very good.
Polluted water.
Because of the polluted water. Very good. Other fish can get contaminated, and then fishermen catch such fish. We may buy them in our local supermarket. As a result, we may buy them in our local supermarket and may get sick from eating them. The problem is very important, and we should find a way to
save the water, protect the water, I think.
Probably protect, isn't it? Yeah.
Protect the water.
Good. Now, next one. If we want generations to live in the same beautiful world we live in, what do you think, Tang? Can you help us out?
Healthier generation.
It could be healthier, couldn't it? Because it could be describing them. But I actually don't think it is healthier generations, because a generation is talking about roughly every 20 years, there's a new generation of people. So what are we talking about usually when we talk about generations yet to come?
Future.
Future generations. If we want future generations to live in the beautiful world we live in, or in a better world,
okay, so in the same beautiful world we live in. Okay. Same beautiful we living or in a
So,
okay. Better.
so if we want future generations to live in the same beautiful world we live in, or in a better world. So this is another adjective we need.
In a past.
We want an adjective, so we've got not a past better world, but a comparative.
Environment.
Environment is a noun.
No, okay. Could you repeat what kind of thing I can use there?
A comparative adjective. So an adjective ending with
Okay. Exactly. Okay.
It's okay. We'll come back to that one. We should learn to protect not only the water, but also the
air
and the
Yeah,
earth
air.
from so
from
what we protect
pollution.
from pollution. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
I am trying to
Try
take
to
care
take
of
care
the
about that. Environment.
the environment. Yep. And follow the trend of zero waste. We are responsible for our
Nature.
it could be nature, but we are responsible for our nature and we can try to reduce it. That doesn't really make sense.
Waste.
Waste. Yep, it should say waste, really. We're responsible for our waste and we can try to reduce it. Every kind of pollution affects the balance of
Nature.
So we should try to take care of it. So finally,
Healthier.
healthier, better world. Yep, very good. All right, great stuff. Well done. Good job. All right. So, gone through that. What I'd like to do is some speaking activities now. Just bear with me. Just wait for it to load up. Hold on. All right. So we're going to go through some questions now. Okay. So let's have a look at some of these terms. Some of these questions we've got. So what causes light pollution? What effects does light pollution have on people? What effects does light pollution have on the environment? What effects does light pollution have on circadian rhythms? What can be done to prevent light pollution? And can we manage without electrified lighting? So let's start with this first question. What causes light pollution?
In my point of view, I would say light pollution is the excessive using of artificial lights
So
in a direction of upwards.
yes, so from my point of view, light pollution is caused when artificial lights point upwards or lead, which can lead to, what can it lead to when lights point up?
Actually, actually I look we focusing those areas where I light doesn't need it.
Yeah, so when it's not so it's supposed to be pointing upwards, when we don't have covers on our lights to point the light downwards, that can be a problem. And it causes something called sky glow. Do you remember this term, sky glow?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sky glow.
what is sky glow? Can you explain that? What do we mean by sky glow?
Sky glow. Sky glow. When we use excessive light and the light goes into sky, and when
Yes.
when sky glows too much, so that is sky glow.
Yeah. So when the light shines, sort of goes up into the sky and bounces off the, well, basically it just makes other things that are shining down, like the stars, the moons, satellites, and other things. It makes it much harder for us to see them because
Yeah, we
there's too
cannot see
much light interference.
constellations. We cannot
Yeah,
see constellation and stars due
exactly.
to
Yeah.
sky glow.
That's correct, yeah. So there was a very interesting incident, I don't know when, but many, many years ago in Los Angeles, where there was a sudden citywide blackout. So all of the lights went out all across the city and it was pitch black. And then people looked up to the sky and they thought that aliens were attacking them. And the reason they thought aliens were attacking them was because they could see the Milky Way. So they could see all the stars, the Milky Way, the all the planets, everything in the night sky that they just never they were just not used to seeing. And so to them, it looked like, first of all the lights go off, which is quite a jarring experience. But then also they suddenly see a bunch of things in the sky that have always been there, but they don't usually see them. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's the effect of sky glow. Yep. That's why when we have a big telescope, it's usually out in the desert or on the top of a mountain. It's away from the cities. What effects does light pollution have on people, on humans?
Look, I would say there are a couple of facts they occurs on human beings due to light pollution. The first one is they don't able to sleep at night due to excessive amount of light.
They're not able to
And
sleep at
some
night, yeah?
okay, first one and second one is
So
the
not
first one only. No, I don't have remembered that one.
okay, so it can cause people to have poor sleep hygiene, but they don't sleep very well. And that can be a major problem, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Is there any other effect it can have other than not being able to sleep properly?
Yes, that could be major reason. But most of effects on animals usually.
Yes, well, we'll go on to that in the next question because we'll have what effects does light pollution have on the environment? But what effects does it have on people? So not being able to sleep very well, anything else?
Yes. When they are in their room and the lights are off, some other lights when comes that they aware about it. what happened outside.
Yeah. Yeah, when lights go off or it can sort of disrupt their general day. Yeah, absolutely. You can have things like light trespass, which can cause all sorts of problems. There is some evidence as well that light pollution can lead to some forms of cancer, largely due to the
Yes.
fact that it's just doesn't really fit with what's called our circadian rhythms. Our circadian rhythms are basically that we've spent so much of our evolution as human beings living in a non-electrified world, and now suddenly the entire world seems to be electrified, and we can have light at any point, any time of the day, any time of the night, and that has affected us. It's affected our physiology quite a bit. Let's talk about this next one. What effects does light pollution have on the environment? How does it affect animals? How does it affect plants, insects?
Okay. Look, in night, every person just want to rest, like human. We talk
Yeah.
about animals. Animals also want to sleep and rest. But excessive amount of light and due to light pollution, they are not able to take rest. Due to this, they migrate from one place to another place. The migration is a main thing. And second thing, I would say, there's a second point is that inhabitant when we see inhabitant area, so light goes there also. So due to that, it impacts on their health also.
Yes,
Due to
that's
that,
true.
and they produce less that less they produce less because of light pollution. Their hormonal changes are also affecting by light pollution.
They're also affected by light pollution, yeah. So there are numerous hormonal imbalances caused by light
Imbalances.
pollution, yeah. And light falling onto places like forests or oceans, rivers, lakes, and streams, and ponds can affect the animal and plant life living there. Also, plants are designed to absorb light during the day and do other things during the night. But when we have light that is constantly placed on a plant, that can actually affect it in certain ways as well. So that is something to consider. What effects does light pollution have on circadian rhythms? Now, before we answer that, what is a circadian rhythm? What do we mean by that?
Okay, I don't know about it.
Okay, I'll tell you what a circadian rhythm is. Okay, so it's basically that in order to be healthy, it's a good idea to generally sleep at the same time each night, wake up at the same time each morning, eat at roughly the same time, exercise at roughly the same time, study, play, do leisurely activities, all around the same time. So it's about having sort of routine. Now,
Yes.
yeah, so animals and humans both have circadian rhythms, but these can be sort of messed up. Now, if you've ever done a job where you do shift work, as I have, where you might be working at, 7 p.m. one day till 11 at night, and then working from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., and then the next day you're doing an 8-hour shift from 5 in the afternoon and yada, 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 right? You find it hard to get the right amount of sleep. And even if you do get enough sleep, it's not in the right order. You're sleeping for an hour here, an hour there, and this really messes up your circadian rhythms. So what effects does light pollution have on circadian rhythms?
Okay. Look, we discussed earlier that if our sleeping pattern has been changed, so we can face health problem in our day-to-day life, right? If I'm not usually human being need to sleep approx 7 to 8 hours
Yeah.
at night. If they are not sleeping well because of light pollution, if I'm living in a city, the light turn off after 1 o'clock, and I have I have
A
circadian
circadian
rhythms,
rhythm.
that rhythm to sleep 11 o'clock. So it's very hard to sleep at around, because light will turn off, the street light turn off after 1 o'clock. So definitely if the my pattern or rhythm will change, so definitely I am not able to work properly in offices, or I will not able to study in a college. So
Yeah.
definitely it impacts on health, especially animals. If animal will not sleep on time, they will go, they will sleep at the time where they need to go on hunting.
Yes, that's right. A time when they need to hunt, or possibly at a time when they need to be careful about being hunted.
Hunted, yes.
Yeah, so
Due
if
to that, they can be hunted by someone else.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, so these kind of effects on this kind of effect can impact human rhythms. We can say circadian
Circadian
rhythms.
rhythms, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yes, they can there can be major problems with animals sort of being out of alignment. It happens with birds that live in cities quite a lot because the street lights come on at night, and the street lights are often next to the trees where the bird might be nesting. And for the bird, they get confused because they think maybe the sun is coming up. So, you know, they it can confuse them, and it can make it hard for them to sort of live in the way that they should. And that can have numerous different problems. What can we do, or what can be done to prevent light pollution?
Okay, the main thing is that when we inventing or when we are producing any light, the light should be downwards.
Yes, light should be pointed downwards to a
Point down.
localized area where it can be seen and used by the people where it's needed. You know,
Needed.
it shouldn't
Exactly.
be something that's blasted up into the sky where it's no use at all. And is there anything else we can do to prevent light
Yeah,
pollution?
yeah. We actually, when there is a no any need of light, so we have to turn off it.
When there's no need for light, we can turn off the light. Yep, absolutely. Is there anything else that we can do?
Yeah, there's one more thing, that we have to use low frequency lights.
Low frequency lights. Yep. So low wattage, low
Low
wattage
voltage.
light bulbs are good. So soft white lights rather than cold white lights. The cold white lights are
Yes.
very sort of bright, whereas the softer orange lights are much nicer on the eyes and affect the environment in a less severe way. Yeah.
Yes.
Other things that we can do include automatic lights. So lights
Yeah,
that come
automatic.
on when they're needed, they're not just on all the time. It's definitely helpful. Yeah. Can we manage without electrified lighting? So in this modern age that we live in, is it possible to get by without electrified lighting? Now, bear in mind, we've had electrified lighting since well, for the most of the 20th century, it was common, but 100 years ago, it wasn't common all over the world. I mean, lots of cities had it, but it wasn't common in ubiquitously. Lots of people in many parts of the world still didn't have electrified lighting. So do you think we can manage with it today? Do you think we could get rid of all the electrified lighting and just go back to, I guess, candles and gaslight?
Uh, we are. It's very hard to live without electrified light nowadays because we are living in a modern age, connected world, globalization,
Yeah.
fast-moving world. So it's very hard to live without electrified light because 100 years ago there was no any need. There was need of light, but there was no more need of light because that time population was like 100 billion, 1 billion or approx 1 billion around, less than 1 billion.
So
The
it was,
population
it
of
wasn't, yeah, it certainly wasn't very high. That the world population has
there was
grown
no
significantly.
any industry there was no enough industry, but in today's world I would say the industry is backbone of world economy.
It is indeed, yeah.
So
I
we
mean,
need electrified lights.
yeah, I
So it's
don't,
very hard to.
yeah. Electrified lighting is actually, it's if you compare it to the time when we didn't have electrified lighting and our primary source of lighting was things like candles and gas lamps, we actually live in a far, far safer world because the second biggest cause of death for women worldwide, up until about 100 years ago, was fires. The biggest cause of death was childbirth, but the second biggest cause of death for women was fires. They killed an enormous amount of people because there were first of all, the materials that things were made from, like cushions and pillows and curtains, were all very, very flammable. Lots of Asia had houses built from wood, and candles were everywhere, and gas lights were everywhere, and they're far more likely to start fires than anything else. Even to this day, it's far more likely that a candle will burn your house down than an electrical appliance will, even though electrical appliances are used far more commonly. And so electrified lighting is a wonderful thing. It's saved many, many lives. And obviously, aside from saving people's lives, saving destruction to property, all sorts of things that like that. So whilst these are big problems, we wouldn't want to go back to candles and gas lamps because that couldn't work. And I think you're absolutely right when you say that in the modern age, you couldn't really just go back to the way things were. Can you imagine driving down a motorway with no electrified lighting on it? It would be incredibly dangerous. It would be a terrifying experience. It wouldn't be something I would recommend. I just don't think we could go back to it. It might have been fine to ride a horse and buggy along a relatively dark street because you can with just a sort of a reflective lamp hanging in front of you, but to go along a motorway at 70 miles an hour with no electrified lighting is just insanely dangerous and should never be attempted. So I think you're absolutely right. We couldn't really go back to it. But what we can do, in conclusion, I believe, is control and minimize the damage that we can do with electrified lighting, and try to keep things switching to LEDs and softer LEDs and using dimmer switches and timers, remembering to turn out lights and things like that, and making sure that we're not shining lights into places where they don't need to be. These things can all help with the problem of light pollution. So I'm going to have to wrap this up now. Before we do, so for the people who are watching on the live stream, thank you for joining us on the live stream. Thank you, Roshan, for joining us in the Zoom room, and to Tang as well. This lesson is free of charge, but if you do want to make a contribution, you can make a contribution via PayPal using this email address. That's ax.english.tutoring@gmail.com. Any contributions will be greatly received, even if it's just a small amount. Every little bit helps. Any donations made will be used to help needy families and poor people in Hanoi. So if you want to make a donation, it will be used to pay for the medical bills, the rent, the food, education for children from disadvantaged backgrounds, and various other things. I do these lessons 3 times a week. If you can't afford to pay, that's okay. You can still join up. Please invite your friends to come along too. And you can rewatch these on the Stax English YouTube channel if you want to watch other.
Yeah. Can you send me the link? Then
Oh, absolutely.
I will watch and I will share with my friends also.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to check. So I believe it's youtube.com/@Stax English. I'm just going to check that's the correct link. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just hold on. Let me rewrite that a little bit because I think that's the right one. I think you just put that in. Here we go. Let's try that one. Just going to see if that pops up with the right one.
Okay, I have found.
You found it?
Channel. Yeah, I have found it.
Okay, good. Let me just check that link I put up was the correct one. Yes, it is. Yep. So youtube.com/@ and then Stax English, STAXENGLISH. So you can see the other lessons that we've done, and you can look at various other videos as well. There's hundreds of videos on there to help you learn English. I'll be doing these videos. I'll be doing these lessons 3 times a week, same time each week on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and that's 6 to 7 p.m. UTC +7, which is Hanoi time. That's GMT +7 if you're in India. And please feel free to join up and invite your friends to join up too. And as I say, if you can make a contribution, it will be greatly appreciated. At the moment, there's been quite severe flooding in Vietnam, so we're trying to raise money and get supplies together to help people who have lost their homes. So if you can make any donation at all, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye. And I'll see you again on Thursday. Join up on the Thursday lesson, okay?
Thursday means Monday. No, Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, Thursday is the next lesson. So for you, it will be 6 p.m. That's GMT +7, okay? So feel free to join up.
Thank
you. All right, you take care. Bye-bye for now, Roshan.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.